Your Family, a short Undertale fanfiction by Topaz Shadowwolf. Undertale is owned by Toby Fox. The story was written for Soriel Week 2016.
You wake up. Your room is bathed in the soft glow of the morning sunlight shining in through the closed curtains. A delicious smell is slowly wafting in, and you can't help but smile. It was the smell that woke you up, the smell of breakfast being prepared. Sitting up, you stretch. You feel the muscles in your back and arms as you extend them, enjoying the sensation. After a quick yawn, you finally hop off your bed. Before leaving your room, you grab your covers and hastily make it back up so your mother will be happy. Once done with your bed, you open your door and wander out into the hall. As you enter the family room, you hear snoring, and not to your surprise, you see your father passed out on the sofa. You hold back a giggle as you decide you're going to wake him up. It was nice that you can now call him Dad instead of Dunkle. Not that you didn't like using the title, he seemed to really like it himself. But he really was more of a dad to you. With care to not make a sound, you sneak around to the arm of the sofa his head is resting on. Then you poke his skull a few times until he starts to stir before ducking down out of sight. "Huh? That's odd," you hear him say. "I could have sworn someone just poked me. Oh well." You hear him yawn and move again, most likely to try to go back to sleep. You pop back up to poke him again, only to find yourself caught by blue magic. "Gotcha, you baby bones," he says as he lifts you up into the air. You laugh as you float up and over him while he sits up. Then you drop down as he lets go, and he catches you in his arms. Though everything about him should be uncomfortable to hug, since he is made of bone after all, you have learned his magic somehow makes him soft. He ruffles your hair a little, then spends a minute to free his hand from your bedhead. "There, now, shall we see what your mother is cooking up?" You'll hold your hands up to him, and he sighs, understanding what you want. "Kid, you know my bro is better at that than I am." This fills you with determination, and you stay in place. Without a word, he stands and lifts you up onto his shoulders with blue magic. The two of you then wander into the kitchen to see your mother busy at the stove. Your father walks over so you can give her a morning hug. She looks over at you and smiles, kissing you in exchange as her paws are full. "Good morning, my child. Did you sleep well?" she asked. And you nod. "That is wonderful. Breakfast is almost ready if you want to wait at the table." Your father kneels down and lets you off, most likely not wanting your mother to see how often he uses his magic on you. Not that you blame him. Your mother is very protective. She is goat-like, but with her paws and fangs, you wonder sometimes if she's not also a bear. Once you're off, your father turns back to your mother. "Anything I can do to help?" "Can you get me some plates, dear?" she replies. "Sure thing, T." He starts to head to the cupboard. "Oh, and Sans," your mother adds before he goes far. "Yeah, Tori?" He turns to look back at her, and she bends over and gives him a morning kiss. Before you can sit, the front door swings open and your favorite uncle announces, "I'm back with the milk, sister-in-law Soriel." With a giggle, your mother turns to look at your uncle as he walks into the kitchen. "That's wonderful, Papyrus. Though you didn't have to do that." "Nonsense! With such a wonderful breakfast you have been making, it would be a crime not to have milk with it," he replies as he reaches for some glasses. "Besides, milk is good for baby bones, right, bro?" Sans says as he hands some plates up to your mother. "Of course! And speaking of baby bones, good morning, Frisk!" Your uncle sets a glass for you at your place. You stand on your chair to hug him, and he hugs you back. "Did you sleep well knowing you were under the protection of the great Papyrus?" Naturally, you giggle and nod, confirming that his words are true. He laughs, and you follow suit, as a laugh like his is very infectious. Between the noise you two are making, you almost don't hear the softer laughter of your father and mother as they approach the table. "All right, you two, breakfast is ready, so it's time to sit down," your mother says as she places a plate down for your uncle and yourself. Your father places his plate and your mother's down as They both start to sit. As you all eat, the air is filled with talk about how the trip to the zoo went with your uncle yesterday. Then the conversation turns to what they should do next with your last few days of summer vacation. As the discussion goes on, the oddest, though not unloved, member of the family walks in. You jump up and give your grandpa a hug, and he smiles down at you silently. He gently pats you on the head with one of his seemingly detached hands. When you look up at him, he signs good morning to you, and you sign it right back to him. Your mother starts to stand. "Let me get you a plate, Dr. Gaster," she says, though he signs to her not to worry, and that he's got it. With that, your grandfather shuffles over to the stove and serves himself up some breakfast. Papyrus pours him a glass of milk, which your grandfather looks at before asking where the coffee was. A small argument starts up over which is better for him, milk or coffee, but it soon turns back to happy chatter. And as you sit there, looking around at each face, you feel the love they have for you and for each other. Your eyes well up with this feeling. You have always loved them, but you are now realizing just how much you love them. This is your family, and it fills you with determination and love.